It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we're in for a rematch of Super Bowl IX. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Superdome. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They put a receiver in motion to the left. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Darnold to throw. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. On the draw, here's Jones. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Minnesota.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
This is Jones. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. This is intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. To throw again is Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They run it over center with Harris. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
So that'll do it for a fast move. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's right side and brought in by Williams. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll run with Harris. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but
that's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Accelerating toward midfield. Still going. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Reichert. His kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense headed back to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. That's Washington, the man in motion. This drive begins with a run by Harris. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Austin brought in motion. They run on the jet sweep, and he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Wilson. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline, it really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. They'll try to run it with Harris. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Steelers. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Howell now to bring it back. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back to work. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Larry Ogunjobi with the tackle for the defense. Now Darnold. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. He'll tuck it and take off. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Darnold. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
Darnold. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers will take over at their own 15.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Russ. This one complete to Washington. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down. So, 1 touchdown apiece for it, and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. Low-scoring game, all time. 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. This one grabbed by Austin. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now it's Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Back to throw. Wilson. Off he goes. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21. Good for a Steeler first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Here's Wilson to throw. A pass taken in by Harris.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Now a 3rd and 2. They go play action now. Wilson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. The throw on the run is complete.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now, fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. A run out of the gun with Warren. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. Third down, 3 to go. They'll try and run it here with Warren. Steelers getting ready to punt this one away. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Now, fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. And he'll get about 5. They'll give it to Harris again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day. The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he finds his tight end Freiermuth. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And that is going to do it. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Chandler now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's Darnold. Here comes the screen to Jones. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. But when you have guys bearing down on you, can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out.
That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Here's Jones. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
They run it once more with Jones. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one taken in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Catch made by Pickens. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A run. Here's Harris. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Pickens. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. From the gun, it's Wilson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And they will finally run him down.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the ground, this is Harris. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Another run here with Harris. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down. Austin brought in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a short pickup down inside the 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Give up the middle to Harris. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, here's Harris.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go, and it's Harris. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the first down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on that other sideline.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Throwing again from his own end zone. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
From his end zone, he'll throw it on 3rd and long. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a fourth down stop to all but end this game.
So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, from New Orleans, we say goodnight.